So I'm one of those people I often reflect, and I'm really like sentimental and emotional and all that fun stuff. Um, and I went to bed thinking about where I was this time last year. And this time last year, I literally have been going back and forth with my apartment building in Brooklyn, trying to get out of my lease. And like at the 11th hour, literally at 7 p.m. last September 27th, they said, "Yeah, you can get out of your lease. Fine. You want to leave 6 months early? Cool. But you got to be gone in 48 hours." Because 48 hours was like the end of the month by 5 p.m. And I was like, who can move their entire life in 48 hours? Like, yeah, I've been purging, like I've been getting rid of some things, but 48 hours. So I sent an email blast to all my friends, my little greedy friends too. And I told everybody, I was like, look, if there's something of mine, an appliance, a chair, something that you wanted, you got 48 hours to come get it. The little greedy bastard showed up and took his shit too. But then I also had a couple friends who wanted to buy furniture or doing different things. One of my homegirls came through with some Jamaicans from the Bronx and a moving van and took some shit. And I was out. And the things that I did keep, I moved into a friend of mine's extra room in her brownstone. That all happened on September 30th. By 1 a.m., so that was a Friday, by 1 a.m., let me think, was that a Friday? I think that was a Friday. Yeah, 1 a.m. that Saturday, which was the first, my ass was on a plane to Bali. And I'd been so busy and I was going and going and going and going and going. When I got on the plane, I just crashed. It wasn't even because it was 1 a.m. It was just because I was just like so mentally and physically drained. I was unsure. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It's like I was clear, but I was nervous, but I wasn't, because this was not in the plan. This was not, when I looked at my life at this stage, this is just not what I saw. This is not what I envisioned. And I was doing this all to myself. I wasn't being kicked out of my apartment. I hadn't lost my job. This wasn't an outside force, so to speak, making me make these decisions. This was something that was planted inside of me that I couldn't explain to anybody. My parents, my closest friends are like, "I thought you loved your job." I love what I do. I love being on television. I love talking to people. I just can't be in this space anymore. I can't do it here anymore. This is no longer the place for me. And everything in my life was just pushing me to move. So I went to Bali with a very good friend of mine to celebrate her birthday, and I was gone for a week, and then she stayed in Bali. And then when I came back to Brooklyn, I opened the door and saw all of my bags still sitting there. And that's when it hit me what the hell I did. This is my life, a few bags. I own nothing but a few bags. And I had put myself in a position to have options, and now I was extremely afraid. And it would be another 4 months before I left New York. And I can tell you those months went by like that, like days. I look at that time and I can't believe it's already been a year. And so much has even happened in that amount of time. None of my plans went through the way I thought they were going to go through. Everything got derailed, personally and professionally. It's the most humbling experience I've had in my life, and I've been through some shit. But it's also the most exciting.